rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Middleweight Championship of the World.
What's going on YouTube gang? Witty P dropping in. We're going to talk some boxing. Yes, we got a, big fight late October. Yes. So, Canelo Alvarez. Yes, he'll fight young, hungry Christian Mbilli. Yes, Christian Mbilli, he's coming off a war against Lester Martinez, and Canelo Alvarez, he's coming off a loss against Terrence Crawford. So both of these guys need a win. Both of these guys need a win, and this is an interesting fight to me. I will tell you why. Because this fight will really test Canelo Alvarez's physical ability at this stage of his career. Because he even said during the Terrence Crawford fight, I didn't have my legs, I couldn't move like I wanted to. Well, in this fight against Christian Mbilli, either you're going to have to push Mbilli back or you're going to have to be moved. Because we know Christian Mbilli is coming forward. He's coming forward. He's 29-0 with 24 KOs, and he had that draw against Lester Martinez. Like I said, that was a war. And Canelo Alvarez, motherfucker, got so many fights. Canelo Alvarez was like 63-3 with 39 KOs, a couple draws. But Canelo Alvarez, yes, it's going to test him from a physical standpoint, because Christian Mbilli, he will come forward, and can Canelo Alvarez hit him with something that changed his style? Can he hit him with something that changed his style? Because we have seen in Canelo Alvarez's career, he pushed Triple G back in the second fight. First fight, Triple G was on the front foot. Second fight, Canelo Alvarez pushed Triple G back. And Christian Mbilli, he has that come forward style. He's throwing haymakers. He think about Christian Mbilli, he loads up on everything. So can Canelo Alvarez, can he find that counterpunch? Will this be a nasty knockout, like an uppercut or a hook? Because Mbilli, he will load up on everything. So will Canelo Alvarez in this fight start to collect data, start to process Christian Mbilli and what punches he likes to throw? Is he starting to get into a routine? Canelo Alvarez, he is a very smart fighter. He has a lot of IQ, and he has great timing. He has great timing, and he will need great timing in this fight, because I feel like he will need to land something convincingly to slow Christian Mbilli down. Because Mbilli, like I say, he all he knows is come on the front foot. So if we ever see him on the back foot, we know he's not being himself. If Canelo Alvarez starts to push him back, we'll know who's becoming the stronger fighter in the ring. For the super middleweight class. For the super middleweight bout. So we will see. We will see, because Canelo Alvarez, we seen him fight on the back foot. We seen him fight on the back foot against Triple G. In the very first fight, he fought on the back foot. And we see him come forward. So he can fight in multiple ways. But like I said, this fight is gonna test his body, his legs from a physical standpoint, because he's gonna have to move a little bit, side to side, unless he can just bully Christian Mbilli, which I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen Canelo bully guys before, and I've seen guys get into these young guys like Christian Mbilli. He's not very young, but as far as his resume and guys he's fought in comparison to Canelo Alvarez, I've seen guys get into these type of fights and they can't be the bully that they typically are, because they're just overwhelmed. They're just overwhelmed. So we'll see. We'll see. More so like a preview. No prediction. Definitely come with the breakdown prediction. More so a preview, because like I said, it's an interesting fight, because even Bob Arum, he say, hey, Christian Mbilli, he's gonna give Canelo hell. He actually picked Christian Mbilli, Bob Arum. So that opened my eyes as well, because as soon as this fight was made, I say, wow, this isn't the fight, if I'm Canelo Alvarez, that I would take as far as how my body is at this point in my career. But this is going to be the test to see where his body is, because Mbilli's coming forward. Canelo Alvarez, he's going to have to push him back or hit him with something convincingly to keep him off of him, because we've only seen Mbilli fight one way, So interesting fight, Can preview late October. Fight actually got pushed back. They pushed Canelo off his normal days. What the fuck going on? Benavidez to push you back. Nah, you done got pushed back from September. What the fuck going on, man? What going on, Canelo? But let me know what y'all think. Talk some boxing. Preview, comment, like, subscribe us. We can help us always share the video. You're telling hit that cat to stop, do, baby. Knock another one out. Bow, bow.